Satisfying your ego. Look, understand that satisfying your ego only leads down a path of pleasure that will eventually be met with death. Don't even take it from me. Take it from the Egyptians and the goddess Nebuchadnezzar, the goddess of pleasure, whose highest aspect is the goddess of death. Now, she is the first official ring of the tree of life that you move up in order to spiritually evolve. She's at that first ring with Set, the ego. Hold up. Ego and death? Ego death. What's next after there? You have Osiris and Isis, the soul and the knowledge of the soul, which is also the divine feeling that comes from knowing oneself. Now, with that shit being said, right, Isis and Nebuchadnezzar are twins. Pleasure and the divine feeling of knowing oneself, those are twins. Why? Because they feel similar. They actually do. Now, look, if you keep on satisfying your ego, bro, that shit could fuck around and bite you in the butt, especially if you're in tune with one of your higher aspects. You see, the one who has no knowledge of the higher self, they're actually more better off than you. All they know is the ego. You feel me? But if you have some awareness of your higher self, now it's like you think that, God would punish you for doing some ego shit, but it'd be your own higher self who sabotages you because you know that you really shouldn't be doing this shit, but you still want to do it, but your higher self is also there sabotaging that shit. So now it's like it works out sometimes, don't work out the other time, and it's like, bro, why walk that path of uncertainty, of pain, pleasure, disappointment, all this shit, when you could just walk with God? Because it's not even about making yourself suffer and restricting yourself and all this type of shit. Nigga, walking with God is way more fun. Like, this shit is fun. It's way more lit over here. And it's like, bro, peep this. Everybody loves to smoke weed. Look, if you smoke, I really do not give a fuck. Like, you could keep on doing that shit. Obviously, don't go too crazy with this shit. But, like, nigga, moderation, whatever, do your thing. I'm just saying, that fucking with God, like, you could be high all the time. You could be high as shit, but still smart and cognitive and like on point and shit like that. You feel me? And I mean, shit, when you get in tune with God and you mix it with the weed now affects you differently. You feel me? So that's a pretty cool experience, but while being in tune with God, you'll know if you should be doing that shit with the weed or not. If you should chill off that shit, if you could do it for maybe a weekend or some other, you'll know. You feel me? My whole entire point is I'm not saying you got to be a whole full-blown monk, that you got to fully just restrict yourself, but bro, don't satisfy your ego, bro. Like, just chill on that shit, bro. Chill on that shit, because understand that your higher self, you can satisfy that shit too. And it feels fucking amazing, and it feels great. You feel me? And it literally gets better than the ego shit. Because while satisfying your ego, you have all this motherfucking like uncertainty of if it's gonna work or not. You could walk through pain if you don't get what the fuck you want. You feel me? You be coming from insecurity sometimes. It'd be all this other shit. With God, it's like you just always good. Even if you don't know what's gonna happen, you still know that you have God. So that shit just feels amazing. You feel me? You don't really get anxious, insecure. You don't worry about losing shit because you still have God. So you're not gonna lose God. So you can lose anything else. You still have God. You feel me? And it's like, bro, that path, walking with your higher self and God and shit like that, bro, that path right there, I'm telling you, bro, is way better than satisfying your ego. So, like I said, I'm not saying become a fucking monk, bro, but I wouldn't you stop satisfying your ego. For real.